Learning is something we all do every day, but how we do it can make a big difference. Over the years, experts have developed different methods to improve learning, and while some have stood the test of time, others have faded away. One approach that's gained a lot of attention is spaced repetition. Why? Because it makes learning more effective and helps you remember things longer. So let's break it down. Why do we forget? Imagine trying to remember everything you did last week. Not so easy, right? Yes, that's because our brain naturally forgets information if we don't revisit it. Everyday distractions, things like chatting with friends or scrolling through your phone, can push older memories out. And this is why spacing out your learning is so important, because it gives your brain the chance to revisit and reinforce what matters. So let's dive deeper into the concept of spaced repetition. At its core, spaced repetition is about learning in intervals over time. So instead of cramming all at once, you revisit the material regularly. Think of it like watering a plant. Giving it a little water consistently helps it grow better, rather than dumping a bucket all at once. The spaced repetition method works because it leverages the brain's natural rhythm of forgetting and remembering. By revisiting information just as you're about to forget it, you easily strengthen your memory and keep information for a longer time. So how does it work? Well, spaced repetition isn't just about repeating something over and over. Rather, it's about timing. For example, you learn something new today, review it tomorrow, then 3 days later, then a week after that. Basically, each time, the gaps between reviews get longer. Interestingly, the spaced repetition technique was popularized by Benedict Carey, who compared it to relationships. Remember the saying, "Absence makes the heart grow fonder." When you take a break and revisit, your brain treats the information as important, making it easier to recall later. At the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing some tools that can help you adopt this technique easily. But before that, let's explore a real-life example of spaced repetition. The Leitner system is a classic spaced repetition method that involves the use of flashcards, and here's how it works. First, you're going to create flashcards for the material you want to learn. Next, sort them into boxes based on how well you remember them. Box 1, cards you review daily. Box 2, cards you review every 2 days. And Box 3, cards you review every week, and so on. Stick to this pattern of repetition, and if you forget a card, move it back to an earlier box for more frequent review. If you stick to this, you'll find that over time the hardest cards get easier as you practice. So why is spaced repetition great for professionals? Well, first, in the workplace, forgetting important details can slow down productivity. Therefore, companies can use spaced repetition for training employees, ensuring they retain skills and knowledge over time. Instead of cramming everything into one workshop, companies can break training into smaller, spaced sessions. This will consequently yield better results because employees can learn without feeling overwhelmed. Plus, the information sticks longer. Now, how can you start using spaced repetition in your daily life? Let's talk about that. Number 1, plan your learning intervals. As much as you can, break your material into manageable chunks. Number 2, use tools. As I mentioned earlier, there are some apps that you can download to make the process easier. The first is Anki. This tool is great for prioritizing what you need to remember. It also supports videos, images, and sounds, making it versatile for all kinds of learners. Another one is SuperMemo. This one uses algorithms to schedule reviews and boost memory. It's very suitable for language learners. And the last one is Quizlet. This app adds a fun twist by turning learning into games, making it perfect for students. These tools, and so many others, remove the hassle of manually tracking your learning schedule. Plus, they work on phones and computers, so you can study anytime and anywhere. Overall, spaced repetition helps you build long-lasting knowledge. While cramming might work short-term, it's not the best way to learn. With spaced repetition, you can revisit information at just the right time. Whether you're a student preparing for exams or a professional learning new skills, this technique can make a huge difference. In the words of memory researcher Oliver Hart, we have no memory if we don't forget. So embrace forgetting as part of learning, then let spaced repetition do the rest. If you learned something useful from this video, then don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Also check out nthrive360.com for trending topics, latest news, and amazing product reviews.